They have these little tiny baby clams. I'm at the market in District 7 at Vietnamese. It's a great market. I love it here. And they have these little tiny baby clams, which is kind of getting me the most excited right now. We'll see.
Is that a dead catfish?
Yeah, that's a dead catfish. We'll see what else we see. Right now, baby clams sound the most exciting to me. Look at how pretty they are. Look how red they are.
What are those?
Wow.
What are those?
That's
then?
upland.
What's upland?
That's just the name of the clam.
That's
Look how red they are on the inside.
That's a clam?
Yeah, that's a clam. Maybe just like a seafood bowl. That might be cool. With up and saute it and something else inside. That could be really cool. These ones are cool.
Dad, look at them. They got eyes so fast.
Wow. Chị ơi, cho em một pic. Come on. So this is a crab claw vegetable. You can eat this raw. What else? What else? Look at all the bees in here. There's so many bees. Wow. Tree, look at all the bees inside the flower.
Bees?
There's so many bees. They love this flower. So this is a type of watercress too. Xong rồi chị. Cảm ơn. Ok chị, nua ký. So at the moment, I'm thinking of this being like a seafood noodle dish. Come on. Super light, like bún thịt nướng but with seafood. And we have to buy some bún, some round rice noodle, and some shallot. Look how big that carp is. Oh my God, it's humongous. You say hi, Jade? Hi. What? That's all right, leave it alone. Là 5.000 hành lá. Come on. Turmeric. We get some turmeric.
He's saving them.
You're a nice guy. We could get a pond and just fill it up with these things.
Oh, look at us, a tiny
I don't know if to eat them or not.
No,
Just pet? Oh, let it go?
Yeah.
How about those little fish? Do they catch them to let them go or you eat them?
How do they eat them?
They eat that. Yeah, a frog. I know. I see the frog. Em hai con mực. Chị ơi, tôm này bao nhiêu một ký?
180.
180. Cho em 3 lạng. Bao nhiêu vậy? 210. Okay, come on. This market's just so good. There's so much stuff. Look at this lady's got snacks here walking by. All these little cookies. It's getting really hot. What's up?
It's the end of the road.
Yeah, we're almost at the end, so we're leaving soon, don't worry. They look cool too, those little crabs, huh? Very cool. I'll get soft shell crab next time. Some of the vendors have great display. They look good. I mean, all this stuff looks, all these onions and garlic, they look great. This market really kicks butt. It's a wet market, so it's not, there's some dirty parts to it, but it's really, really, really good. So we'll just go back inside and get some noodle. Chị ơi cho em gnocchi bánh phở. Xin lỗi chị, bún, bún không phở, bún. Dạ xin lỗi. Should I get a kilo or a gnocchi? It doesn't seem like that much. Maybe a kilo? Đúng rồi. Chị một bit bánh đá. I get some rice cracker too. I think that's it. Xong rồi, huh? Okay. We're gonna get some dried chicken here too. Like chicken jerky. Okay, come on. Thôi hả? Okay, cảm ơn con nhé. This is where I bought the baskets before. Yeah, it's cool stuff. Let's go home and regroup and cook it. All right. Let's see what we got. So this is hen. This is these tiny, tiny little clams. So these have already been cooked and cleaned. I think anytime people think of hen, they always think of food from the central region, from Hoi An or Da Nang or maybe even Hue too. I'm not sure if it's that far north. In the Hoi An area, these are very popular. And they'll do it, there's a rice dish they do with hen, there's like a stir-fried hen dish they put on a cracker, and there's a rice noodle dish they do with hen too. So today, when I saw the hen, I knew I wanted to use them. And I was kind of thinking of bún hen, which is the rice noodle and clam dish, and I was also kind of thinking of like mi wang, which is like a soup salad kind of dish. That's what I was thinking about. I've never seen hen paired with other seafood, so I thought, okay, let's pair it with the squid and the shrimp so we can get like a whole seafood bowl. Then I was looking around for vegetables that could be eaten raw or to semi-cooked. So they have this young, very young mustard leaf, which I always like in mi wang. And then there's there's two types of watercress you can buy. There's there's a larger one and this smaller one, which I bought here. Then there's a vegetable. This vegetable is called canh cua, which means crab claw. This is another one that's sometimes served in salads and can be eaten raw or semi-cooked. And then I have some shaved banana flour as well. Basically the idea here is we're gonna make some sort of strong, flavorful broth, pour a small amount over the rice noodles, put this salad on top, and then stir fry or cook this seafood together in some flavorful way and put it on top. So we'll have some sort of slightly soupy noodle bowl. At least that's the plan right now. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and wash all the vegetables. All right, so this looks good. I'm gonna throw this in the refrigerator and get started on the seafood. So in Vietnam, it's very popular to have green onion with oil, aka mỡ hành, as a topping. And I think in Singapore and China, it's also popular to add ginger to that to go on top of like chicken rice. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm gonna do some white pepper as well. This is white pepper. So I'm just washing the shrimp very quickly. I have a little pot of chicken stock. I'm gonna poach the shrimp in the chicken stock just very, very quickly. I'm okay to cook them a little bit under, as I'm gonna saute them again later. So I'm legit blanching like 20 seconds or something. I just wanna get the raw off of it. Still kinda want these to be a little bit medium rare. Just like that, it's cool to me. And I'll take the shrimp flavor on these things. Okay, same thing with the squid. I'm just gonna wash it quickly. All right, so this is going straight in the fridge. Now I have this chicken broth that has a little bit of seafood element to it. I'm gonna season this up. So I don't know what this thing was, some kind of root or rhizome. When I crack it open, it has a similar aroma to ginseng, so I'm sure it's related. Ginger, ginseng kind of family. So I'm gonna put maybe one of these little fingers in there because it's a new ingredient to me. I don't want to do too much, and it's definitely has a strong aroma. With this dish, I'm not making a soup. Like, I'm just gonna use a little bit of this broth. I just want it to kind of be a wet noodle so I can make this broth very, very intensely flavored. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do a lot of turmeric inside. And my intention is for this to be, I hope to get this very orange. So the turmeric I've washed already, I'm just gonna grate it right in. Maybe not, maybe I won't do that. Second thought, I'm gonna grate it in the bowl. This seems a lot safer for me. Okay. Well, I don't know if this is gonna be delicious, but I do know it's gonna be healthy. I'll tell you that, that's a lot of turmeric. I have these big shallots here too. I'm gonna do a couple of those right in the broth. I'm gonna bring this to a boil, turn off the heat and let it sit for like 20 minutes. Let it kind of steep in there like a tea. The seafood's cooled down, so I'm just gonna cut it and get it ready. Thinking about how we're gonna eat this and that it's being served with the thin round rice noodle and paired with the little tiny clams, I wanna cut this really small too, so it kind of suits it. I'm just gonna trim out anything that doesn't look attractive to me. And obviously the squid is definitely still like medium rare. It's still on the raw side, which is what I want, so that's cool. I'm gonna come over here and just score it. Come back and score it this way. And I'm gonna try to cut this almost as thin as the rice noodle. You can see these are real thin pieces. Okay. I'm just going to use one of the heads, or the bodies rather. I give the tentacles just a rough chop, just for a little textural fun. The shrimp I'm just going to cut in little segments. I'm just going to make a really quick pickled shallot and put a little garlic in there as well. So cut these. All right, so do some sugar. Some salt. Do a splash of water. And some vinegar. This is apple vinegar, but whatever, any vinegar. A little more sugar. I'll let this sit for like 15 minutes, 20. So this turmeric broth has been sitting for about 30 minutes now. I'm going to strain it. So this is still unseasoned. It's good, but it needs salt. Let's season it. So it definitely has a lot of turmeric flavor, but it's not outrageous. I'm going to season this with fish sauce. Since I'm intending for the dish to only get like a splash of this, I want this to be very intensely seasoned. It should be salty. I'm going to go some MSG. There's a little bit of mushroom seasoning or like chicken bouillon you could use. I'm going to go some sugar. This is almost like making nuuk cham or like a fish sauce dressing, but instead of using water, I'm using a chicken stock with turmeric in it. That's kind of the thought process. The only thing I'm not putting in here is any acidity, which I could. I might. But I have the pickled chow and the pickled garlic, and maybe I'll serve this with lime. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I'm going to go more sugar. Good.
Yeah.
I think the MSG is all good. I'm debating about salt. It tastes very dark. It feels dark. When the whole dish comes together, I think it'll brighten it all up with all the herbs. Because it already kind of has a darker feeling to it, I'm going to use salt instead of fish sauce for the rest of the seasoning. But again, I want this to be strong. I want this to be a little bit salty. All right, we just got back from the pool. Let's finish this thing up. I'm going to mince an onion.
Oh, that's the list like this.
This is annatto seed oil, so this is not spicy. It's just color.
The onion is orange.
Throw a little bit of sugar in to get some caramelization.
What's the caramelization?
Means when the sugar gets hot enough, it turns brown and gets a deeper flavor.
Oh my god.
While my onions are frying, I'm going to get a little bit of chili and chop that. I want the onions to cook really soft. I'm going to add a little bit of fish sauce to here and let that reduce. This is a splash of chicken stock. All right, the onions are pretty much soft now. I'm going to go in with all the squid and the shrimp. Give that like 15 seconds in here. And now going with a lot of the hen, the baby clam. I'll cook this for like 2 minutes. A little bit of MSG. Bit more sugar. Bit more fish sauce. Kick the heat up. All right, let's put this together. I just brought this broth to a boil. Let's retaste it before you plate. Very good. Sweet, salty, heavy turmeric. All right, first I'm gonna make a little side plate. So on the side, I'm gonna do the baby mustard leaf and some of the banana flour. Some rice cracker or banda, this like crunchy rice cracker. And I have some herbs. I have some mint, some spearmint, and some Thai basil. I also have little calamansi. This is just like a sour orange because I don't have any lime. So that's my side plate. All right, let's do the main thing. For the main bowl, I'm gonna put the hot broth on the bottom. And I'm gonna put some of the watercress on the bottom and some of the, what's this called? Dankua, some of the crab claw vegetable. Because I want that to slightly blanch. So that'll pull the heat from the broth, but it'll warm it slightly. I'll do a handful of the rice noodle, a big scoop of the seafood mix, 2 big scoops of the seafood mix, ginger and green onion oil, a pretty good amount of that. I'm going to do some toasted peanuts. That has sesame seeds in there. I didn't know that, but okay. And this is some fried garlic. Or you can do like a garlic chip. Boom, that's it. Looks good. Look good to me. So this is kind of like mee wang. It's kind of like bún hen. Yeah, it's kind of like bún thịt nướng, somewhere in between there. I've been thinking, I think I'm going to call it, what am I going to call it? Bún nghệ hải sản trộn. So like turmeric noodles with seafood. Mixed turmeric noodles with seafood. I think that's what I'm going to call it. All right, how do we eat this thing? Herbs in. Banana flour, some mustard leaf. Do some of these pickled onions.
How do you make them?
And I'm going to do some of this chili I just cut. All right, let's drone. Let's mix it. So you can see it's not a soup, but it's not dry. It's got some liquid to it. That's why I wanted the turmeric soup to stain or color the noodle, so it looks like we're getting some yellow in the noodle. That's what I wanted. And the noodle is blanched. That's cool. It looks good. This is super good. This is super good. This is a style of food I really love cooking right now. This is totally Vietnamese, but I've never seen this in Vietnam. If I gave this to any Vietnamese person and told them it was from Hai Phong, or told them from, or if I told them it was from Da Nang or Hue or something, they would believe me. This is totally Vietnamese food. Bún nghệ trộn hải sản. Okay. It's sweet, it's spicy. It's a strong turmeric flavor. There's a lot of different textures going on. It's warm, it's cold, it's crunchy, it's soft. Clams are a little chewy. You guys like the clam too? And the squid? You don't like the clam? You like the clam? You like the squid?
I like clam.
I know Vietnamese people would like this. You crack the rice crackers in there and it's just like crunchy. It's crunchy in between the bites. It's awesome. I'm trying to think what I would do differently to make this better. I don't have much. This is great. I almost bought pho noodle, the wider noodle. I'm curious to try it with that. I'm curious to try it with the mi wang noodle, the thicker yellow noodle. Beyond that, this is excellent. I got nothing to change. This is such a win to me. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you like this kind of going to the market, being inspired, and cooking something new, let me know. I'll keep doing that. I enjoyed it. I'll probably keep doing it whether you like it or not. But yeah, give me a like, subscribe to the channel. See you later.
Delicious. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notifications on new videos.